Well, whenever you're ready, Brian.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Brian, and you might know me from the podcast. But we're here to do something a little bit different today because we just got our vaccine available to us. And so we want to try to help others understand the process. And I have a special guest here, one of our previous guests. You want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Victor. I'm from Smoky Pan, and I run a home cooking delivery service.
hmm All right. So let's get the process going. Victor?
All right, so I'm going to start off on Google because the whole point of like this little exercise that we're doing here is to show you that I don't know anything about the LA County vaccine registration appointment system. We're leaving that in.
Yes. Yes.
We're leaving that in.
We're leaving
Okay.
that all in.
So starting from Google, I'm going to go straight into Los Angeles County COVID vaccine appointments, right? Why not? And then click the first link because it says vaccination appointments. And that should show up here. So the most important piece of information here that'll make you progress further is going to be to look for an appointment. Everything else you should look at according to your doctor. But for our purposes, we're just going to show you guys how to look for an appointment and how to register for it.
And I think it might be best to mention also, we're also not doctors.
Clearly.
By the way, clearly, if we just got our vaccinations just soon. But if you have any questions, please consult a doctor. If you have any hesitance about the vaccine, or if you have any allergies, you need to talk to a medical professional before taking the vaccine.
So what we're going to do now is, of all these links, I've found that Carbon Health tends to be the most user-friendly interface. We're not sponsored by them, but I mean, it is a useful website for now for this purpose. So we're just going to go ahead and do that for our example. But this is going to be the most helpful way to get it, as far as I can tell. Now, we're given options due to the new tier. It's going to want to know my location, but since I'm using an incognito browser, I'm going to ignore that. So right now we're given more options. Select the one that fits you best. I'm in the food and agriculture section, and Brian, I believe you're education and childcare worker.
Yes.
Yep. So for food and agriculture workers, go ahead and click that. And you are going to be required to bring hard copy proof of your eligibility, whether that's an employment slip, pay stub, but we're going to go over that when we get to it.
Yes.
All right, book an appointment. And now, let's see. All right, this is going to pop up. And the city of LA requires patients to provide valid ID and proof of eligibility. So proof of eligibility here is, for us, it's the easiest way to show this is a pay stub or some other like form to show that you are employed by the company. Brian, do you have any other examples?
For me, with working in a high school, it's a badge from either the district or the nonprofit that you work at. It also can be the pay stub, and then in the case of the organization that I work at, they gave you a letter, and that's actually pretty common as far as I've heard. So some companies have given letters to janitors that work in and
that totally counts
and things like that, and that should
totally
count.
counts. Yep.
Yeah,
because they have to keep things. I mean, they got to keep things clean, and they're part of the team. So,
and if you have any doubts, bring as much as you can, whether it's the combination of all of those three or all of the five, or as much as you can to basically prove that you work in these essential jobs.
Right. Okay, we're going to continue booking. I understand. Continue booking. And for now, one key with this map is to pay attention to the text in blue that says what the next appointments are going to be. That tells you that this site has appointments available. It doesn't say necessarily you have to pick that thing, like that date and time, but it does say basically that they do have openings. So for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to pick Dodger Stadium just because it's huge, it has appointments available, and it's one of the 3 vaccines. So go ahead and click that. Then it's going to Let's see what happens when it loads up. Okay, great. Um, you can ignore this part. It's really confusing to navigate. So we're just going to go ahead and hit show all to see all the available time slots for myself. The appointment is for myself. Do I have a Carbon Health account already? This is where you have to decide to sign up or log in.
Mhm.
I currently have a Carbon Health account because I got my vaccination already. It only took me 5-10 minutes to sign up. It doesn't ask for your insurance information right off the bat. That's something you can enter later on.
Yeah.
So,
And for those that are worried about it, the vaccines, as far as I know, should be free.
mhm,
And I think putting in your medical insurance is a formality for some cases. Yeah.
yeah, the vaccines are free. So
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I have a Carbon Health account already. Again, if you say no, it'll bring you to the sign up page, take you 5 minutes, and then you'd have to start the process all over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian, censor this.
Oh, definitely.
Yep. All right, I'm logging in right now. I have trouble logging in every time I do this because I created a unique account to this one website, which every one of you should be doing, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to log in.
Oh, it's really
Uh,
coming. Okay.
okay, same page that we saw earlier. And if you really wanted to see the type of eligibility, go ahead and open that up. I have to warn you, if you are on a Windows PC, this will ruin the entire process because of the way that the website is built. If you're on a MacBook, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, continue booking. Here we go. Now, the appointment is for myself. I'm a 33-year-old male. What up?
Yep.
All right. Now, again, I mentioned that you don't have to enter insurance information right off the bat. So, for the purpose of the demonstration, I'm going to say, no, I do not have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian, censor again. The reason that you have to enter an address is because they will ask you to verify your address as part of your identification when you drive up there to get your vaccine. So just have your address, make sure it's one that you will be using when you tell them that.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Full disclosure about the time slot you pick. In my experience, you will be in line for hours. So the time
Yes.
slot you pick is not really a deal breaker. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go ahead and say 3 p.m.
Yes.
But I'm going to show up at like 11:30, and then my phone is going to notify me around 2 o'clock, 2:30 that my appointment is coming up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I've already been in line since 11:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and accept the privacy notice and the consent to treatment. Gonna go ahead and sign that in a very doctory way.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason I'm doing this, by the way, is because I am going to be canceling this appointment, so that I can make sure that the appointment slot is opened up for whoever really needs it
Mm-hmm.
after this demonstration. So, me, I'm a food and agricultural worker. But again, pick the category that applies to you. And please upload proof of eligibility. Brian, words?
Yeah, just if you have them available to you as a PDF, you could just apply it to there. As far as I remember, you could only put one document and then
Sure.
and then but like I said before, if you have any doubts, please like I said, the main three in
Bring
mind.
hard copies.
Bring hard
Yeah.
copies, whether that's a pay stub, a letter from your employer, a badge. Some people have
They
taken
do.
the the W-2s too, so there are people that has done that also.
It counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
W-2s always count for a government ID or government. What is it? It's not government ID. Proof of residency and
Hmm.
eligibility, I guess, for this case. Um, the point is, they will want to see hard copies.
Hmm.
Uh, that was my experience directly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
again, for the purpose of the demonstration, I'm going to skip. But if you want to add the document, go right ahead.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and skip because I am planning to bring the hard copy to my appointment. Let's say
Hmm.
that I were you. Now, read this next part because you're going to want to know if you're allergic to any of these ingredients.
And like we said, we're not doctors, and if you have any doubts, always consult your primary medical professional.
Yep. So, okay, I understand. as far as I know, I do not have like allergies to medication, so I'm going to go ahead and like accept all three of these, all three because it's Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson, and Moderna. Is this your first or second dose? I'm going to say it's my first dose because I want you all to like look at the process and see how it goes. And after you get your first dose, when you're on site, they will tell you how to get the second dose. Basically, the instruction is show up, bring your vaccination record, and that's it. That's how
That's
you get
about
your
it.
second
Yeah.
dose. Yeah. No, I do not have any of the conditions listed below, and I do not have any of these. Wait, there's more. Oh, okay, yeah. Read through all of that. Make sure that none of that applies to you. Otherwise, consult your medical professional. Okay, that was a doozy because of the little scroll bar on the right side.
Yeah.
I
Some
identify as Asian.
some demographic data.
Yep, not of Hispanic origin. And okay, all the fact sheets for the COVID-19 vaccines can be found here. Now, again, if you're on a MacBook, you're fine. You can click these links, they'll open in a new window. If you're on a Windows PC using Chrome, this will destroy you right now. Do not
Yeah.
click these. Do not click these. Guess what? You know what? Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay, I
let's
understand.
continue with the video.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. And it looks like the appointment is booked. Congratulations. You can click in here and make sure that you're there at the right time.
Hmm.
This is going to look confusing on Google Maps, but trust Google Maps, it will take you to the right place.
Hmm.
Because once you get there, you're going to see a line with hundreds or thousands of cars, or maybe you'll see no line at all. You just showed up really, really early. You got lucky.
Yeah, that's what I plan to do. The thing also, you will get a notification through your email which you signed up for if
Mhm.
you already have an account with Carbon Health.
Right.
And then if you have the app on your phone, you just need to go into your messages portion of that app, and that it should show up there.
Mhm.
They should remind you 24 hours before the appointment and then hours before your appointment
Yeah, like 1 or 2
be there.
hours or something like that. It,
Yeah.
it sends constant reminders, which is nice. Plus, you can just like swipe them away anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's it. That's all we really. That's all you really need to know about scheduling your COVID appointment, or your COVID vaccine appointment. Not the appointment where you get COVID. That don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, appointment. No, okay.
Yeah,
So
just the one
I'll
where you
just
get
say
the
yes. I'll just say yes.
just the one where you get the vaccine.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have any questions, contact your medical professional.
Yeah,
They
contact your
should be
medical
able to answer these.
professional.
Edit this
Yeah,
video.
we want to edit it together. So any information, or if
How
you
about
have any
this?
doubts, that there should be ways to contact LA County and get your get your questions answered. If not, try your best to find a family member or a neighbor that can probably help.
I would still default to a medical professional or the county, though.
That
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
All right. I guess that's the end of the video. So, if I hope this was helpful to any of you.